If this futuristic square is ruining your day, stop stepping on it. Sorry, that was maybe a little aggressive, but hear me out. You don't have to use a scale to measure the progress you're making on your fitness journey. Let me go to the back of the room and say it again. You don't need to use a scale to measure your fitness progress. I don't know who told you this. Today I'm going to show you a couple of different ways that you can measure your fitness progress that aren't tied to a number on a scale. Unless you have a healthy relationship with the scale, in which case, by all means, go ahead. It's just another metric for you to track. Fill your boots. Some people don't have issues with it, some people do. Just know who you are, okay? You know, make your fitness fit you. Measure your strength. Of course, when you're at the gym, you can measure if your weight increases in terms of weight that you're lifting. But if you're like me and you work out at home, there are also other ways you can measure your strength gains outside of just like your barbell, outside of just the weights. You can also see if the amount of repetitions you're doing can increase, if the reps are feeling easier than they did last week. Additionally, kind of tacked onto this one is if you are progressing in your skills. If you've managed to do your first pull-up finally, if you've managed to progress from 1 banded pull-up to 3 banded pull-ups, if you can finally do a pistol squat after training it for so long, if you finally held a plank for more than 60 seconds, and so on and so forth. There's so many different cool calisthenics skills and progressions you can work towards that I find those are often the most fun to set. And this one is one I've been doing for years, and it is my favorite way to track non-scale progress, and it is to track how you're improving in a martial art. Once again, it does line up with skill progression. It does kind of line up with strength, but measuring how much you're improving at whatever given martial art you're doing. Right now, my main focus has been on jiu-jitsu, so seeing if I can do more rolls in a row without taking a break. Are the techniques coming easier? Is my stamina getting better when I train? If you find this one a little too intangible for you to measure, you can also measure your consistency, your adherence to going to classes. You know, you can take your own attendance. I want to go to class 3 times a week, every week, and you can measure that just with a simple check mark or an X on a sticky note on an app on your phone, on your Google Calendar, or wherever you want to put it. And then you can be like, I want to aim for 90% attendance this month, and do it that way. You'll also notice, of course, how your clothes fit once you start moving regularly, how things are feeling that way. I don't really track this one so much because I like to wear a lot of oversized sweaters. I just kind of wear my overalls at work and baggy long sleeve shirts that are tucked in anyways, so this one doesn't work quite so well for me. It might work for you. A little subtler, but the one I've found to be kind of the most empowering is that life just gets easier. What do I mean by this? I mean, even if you're not tracking your weight on the scale, once you start exercising regularly and consistently, and I mean like a mix of cardio and strength training, because you have to train your heart too, which is why I recommend everyone finds a martial art that they enjoy, that they can train, because you get the best of both worlds. But that's a story for another day. But I have to walk a lot of stairs at work. I work on the 5th floor, I gotta go up to the 8th floor and down to the basement, and I'm constantly moving around. And when I started training more consistently again, I noticed work wasn't so hard. You know, like it was still hard physically, but the stairs weren't so hard. I was I'm breathing less heavily by the time I get to the top of the 5th flight. By the 8th flight, I'm not hanging on to the handrail for dear life, using my arms to haul me up the stairs. My legs aren't as sore. After a shift, my body isn't aching so much at work. When I was on vacation, the inclines, the long walks on the cobblestone, all of the stairs, none of it bothered me. I had no issues. I could keep going all day. I didn't have to stop and take little breaks. I just went the whole time I was gone. I don't remember the last time I had to take a break on a set of stairs, and I climbed up to the top of the Fire of London monument. It's still a little bit of work once you get to the top, but I wasn't huffing and puffing and perishing and needing to take a break. I felt like my body could do everything that I asked of it. And you can't track that on a scale, but you can feel that every day. I'm just more present in my body. My reflexes are faster. Whenever I accidentally knock something off a table, I'm catching it. No scale needed. If you focus on strength, stamina, skills, how your clothes are fitting, and how you're feeling in your day-to-day life, I think you'll see your progress a little more clearly. You have to make your fitness fit you. That's the only way to do it. So if you have any questions about this video, or you'd like to maybe see a video about, I don't know, calisthenic progressions, or other miscellaneous things perhaps, how to start jiu-jitsu, anything, please let me know in the comments below if it helped, if it didn't, what you hated, what you liked. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.